Hi everyone, welcome back to the Elden Ring 100% walkthrough. We have done some upgrading. We used the ball farm over at Lenny's Rise that I showed you in the previous episode, and we've purchased the whole knight set. In addition, we got our vigor to 20, our endurance to 15, so that we were able to wear this. And this gets us to 51 poise, so we won't be staggered as easily. And we also purchased the cookbooks and stuff from this guy.
It's you. Always a pleasure. Ah, then you met Blythe, did you? Wonderful. I'm glad I pointed you in his direction. He's boorish, blunt, and couldn't find his nose with both hands. But he's a good egg. I think the two of you are sure to find the best in one another. Goodbye for now.
In addition, we purchased a longbow, also from the bell-bearing person in Round Table Hold, Enya, or whatever her name is. Now we're gonna go north here. Let's see if we go head up. Oh, that's too far. Too far. I think too far. I think it was here. Getting an explanation about bows, but I'll cover that. So this is Groveside Cave. Just kind of show where we are. Now you can get out the torch to be able to see. We are eventually going to get a lantern that attaches to our belts. So this can be a little bit annoying just because, you know, we're having to do a cave where, you know, anytime you do anything you can't see anymore. So let's show Flame Sling. This is the tougher wolf. Okay. Sometimes they'll get off a second hit like that. You can see it's kind of annoying to like fight when we don't really have stuff, but we have the heal, you know. We can do this just to kind of show that this is a very short cave, so you can see there's another wolf. Oh, where is he? I hear him. Come and get me, or not. All right, there's a cracked pot over here. You see how I'm using guard counters? It's very, very dark in here. So you can pick up cave moss. Here, let's put some light on again. Pick these things up, just kind of showing you what you can get. I think cracked pot was all that was in here. It's like a really short little thing. And then we're gonna have to fight a Beastman of Farum Azula in here. So if you want to, you can summon, since we're still very weak, right? No shame. Remember, we have our Flask of Wondrous Physic, which is good when we're about to fight bosses. So we pop that. Then we're gonna head in. Immediately summon our wolves. Like that. You can see he'll just focus on the wolves if you leave him alone. You hit him with square off. So we got an actual stun off on him. He does this big move where he slams his sword down like that. So you see how summons kind of make a boss fight really easy. He barely focuses you, so that's why as we stop, as we get out of the early game and stop being super weak, we'll start not using summons at all. But I want to bring them out just so you understand how they work in case you want to rely on them. So I'm going to show them a little bit, make sure and talk about them some so you understand how they work. Alright, now we can go over this way. So caves are often, really, really dark like that. Oh, that was a big fault. Okay, we're okay. Caves are often really dark, and catacombs are not. You can usually see just fine in a catacomb without a torch. So we're gonna go do a catacombs now. Right here. Overshot it a little. Oh, yeah, let me show where we are on the map. So the way every catacombs works, first we'll show you where we are. The way every catacombs works is there's a door to the boss usually near the start, and you have to find a lever, flip it in order to open the door to the boss. So you're making your way through the entire catacombs and then you're eventually unlocking the boss. There's a ghost to talk to here. Now, the stone imps, guard counter is the way to fight these guys. You're gonna have one come leaping out here. So that's the best way to fight these. They just are really, really cannot do much against a shield. And if you're a mage, obviously, you can just kill them from ranged, and they die really easily as well. So you can see here's the boss room. And the door is locked. So you can see there is a guy up top. There's another one there. We could get him later. You can kind of lure him down sometimes. Sometimes if you go down here, it'll get him to come down. I hear one. Thought I heard. I faked myself out. Okay. Anyway, we'll get him later. Now here there's one on the wall. And there's a fire, so don't get hit by the fire, but also observe the guy up there. Alright, now for this part, there's a pillar shooting that fire. This is why we have a bow. So we're going to equip the bow. We have to two-hand it. Remember to two-hand it, we do triangle. Select it as the weapon, do thing right on the D-pad, then we say triangle R1. And then you hold down L1 and hit R1 to shoot. So wait for the fire. aim. Oh, I think I screwed that up. Okay. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, good. And then you can unequip it because we're fat rolling. In this game, you have equipment load. If you're too heavy, then you end up having a really weak roll. So that's why we want to always make sure we're medium load or light load. That gets you Prattling, Pate, hello. And let me show you what that actually is. This is a way of communicating with other players when you're doing like co-op and stuff. You speak in a really silly voice and say the things, you know, whatever it is that it's supposed to say. Alright, so now we have to equip another, to put the bow back on. Again. It's a longbow, should reach. Alright. The way forward is that way, but there's some treasure to get in here. There are a lot of imps in here. A lot of imps. So that's what you want to watch out for. This one on the wall. So, I think we'll do... I'm gonna be very cautious here. Just because we're really, really weak. And they were very fast. If you hit the pillar accidentally, it will actually come back up and start spraying fire, so that's something to be aware of. Alright, now we got one there. Oh, whoops. And there's one there. I think it's the last... Oh no, there's two. Okay, hang on. What people do is they try to grab this stuff, and then they get overwhelmed. Now that we're down to the last one, we can just... So that's an example of just kind of cautious gameplay. So the gloveworts are used to actually upgrade your spirit ashes, your summons, like your wolves and stuff. Now remember we left a guy alive up here. We're going up top and the guy is going to be there. And in addition there's a guy there. So see how we're playing really, really carefully. You can actually hear. He's so funny. He won't actually, come on, hit me. Get the Wandering Noble ashes. And then I want to say the lever is like... you fall down to get to it. That's what I want to say, if I'm remembering correctly. And we left a guy alive. make sure you hit X after you get the message somewhere a heavy door is opened. The UI for that is really bad. You actually won't be able to, like, use your abilities or interact with anything. So, make sure you always hit that. So now, if you want to be able to use your summon, if you did like I did and actually use too much in the way of, like, I don't think I have enough FP to summon. I want to go back up here and rest at the Grace. Maybe even level up. It's one of the nice things, right, is the boss ends up right at the beginning. So it doesn't matter that, like, all of the enemies have respawned, it doesn't matter. So you bring out your wolves. These guys have really weird delayed attacks. One issue with summons is, like, he can be hitting the wolves and they're all around him, and you can get hit by accident without really even understanding who he was aiming for. So it almost is simpler to, like, deal with it by yourself. So we've staggered him, but we needed to be faster. I wasn't there to take advantage of it. So when he gets the flame, yeah, you get hit by it. You can see him going for the last wolf. So if you want to, you can take that on without a summon. It's not too bad. Alright. So we've completely cleared Stormfoot. And now we're going to go to, let's see, McGill Lake North. And we're going to go across the bridge here. There's actually a wandering caravan. We are going to get that in a bit. But first we're going to go to these ruins. Kind of head in here. And then go down. Pop our flask of Wondrous Physic. And then go inside and summon our wolves. This is the Mad Pumpkin hit. You can see how the shield is very effective against his attack, right? We can easily block with the amount of endurance we got. But you can see it's, like, really hard to know, like, you could get really confused about his direction because he's just flailing all over the place hitting the wolves. There's the headbutt. Just be cautious, top yourself off. You square off. Is it Grace here? Can't quite level up. Getting close. Alright, mages, here's your friend.
Tarnished, are we? I wonder you should turn up here. I am Sellen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
Say I want to learn sorcery.
A yen for glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurture will defy nature. With a bit of luck. But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
Say I still want to learn.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
We're going to keep her around for the whole game, so it's okay to give her this scroll.
Is that a scroll?
If you don't plan to
Takes me
side
back
with
to
her,
my
if you've looked
academy
ahead
days.
and know you're not going to
Very
be on her
well.
side, then give the scroll to someone else,
This is sorcery with which I'm
which
not
we'll cover
entirely
later. There's a person to give it
familiar.
to.
I'll be sure to incorporate it into one of your lessons. Never
But if
lose
you're
that
playing a mage, you're
inquisitive
most likely
spirit,
going
my
to stick with her,
apprentice.
because she ultimately gives you a weapon if you complete her quest line. That's really, really good for mages, the Glintstone Chris. Now, mages, you should have some of these things, but for the rest of us who don't, she sells sorceries. Since I have absolutely no end, so I'm not going to buy anything right now.
Young apprentice. First things first. You are a tadpole when it comes to magic. Infantile. Without the legs to walk. So, to become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance. Now, shall we start learning?
Can't remember if you have to buy something for her to give the... She's supposed to give you Not in Thought. Maybe I have to buy a thing.
You wish to continue very well.
Did I get it and I just didn't notice?
You wish to continue very well.
She's supposed to give you a gesture for becoming her apprentice.
There you are. Shall we commence the...
Yeah, well, probably it happens as you continue. Or I got it and didn't notice. I don't know, maybe gestures don't show up. Let's see. Bow. Let me look at Switch. It's Not in Thought. Oh, I did get it. Okay, Not in Thought. Gotcha. Alright, so from here we're going to go back up. Because I want to get that caravan. Now the trick to the caravans is you have to hit and stop these guys in front. Now you hit them once and then they'll actually quit moving. There's a lot of guys. Ideally, you don't want to. Alright, we don't actually want to fight this guy, we're just... Once one of them is down, you can actually... Oh, the other thing you can do is come back here, and you can get a summon. So like for fighting... We gotta at least deal with the scary guy, right? Oh! Uh-oh. We're okay. This is fine. You just hit them in the leg, and they actually will go down. Oh, except they're getting hit by the plant for the ruins. Oh, there's a lot going on right now. Alright. We don't have a trying to just... There you go. Once he's knocked over, you get him in the face. Oh, I can't get up to him. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. It's actually hard to take this caravan out quickly. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Very chaotic. But yeah, I like the trick of luring him up here to the wolves. Okay. Get the mage. Now you can get up here and get the item, which is the Greataxe. Oh, good. Now just get away from all of this nonsense. We're gonna head, yeah, I guess we'll rest at the Gill Lake South Grace just to recharge everything, because I think we used some heals. So now we're headed west for that structure over there. Because underneath it is another friend of ours to talk to. This is Yura.
Ah, you must be the new Tarnished. You do well to steer clear of a Gill Lake, fledgling. A dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad, or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake. Don't be a fool.
You can actually summon him to help fight the dragon, but remember when you bring out NPCs, the health of the boss gets massively buffed, and he's basically useless against the dragon, so it's a terrible idea to bring him out. So we're going to rest here at this grace. This is the Seaside Ruins grace. I'm going to show you where we are here. I think we can level up now, after killing all those guys. Oh, we still can't. Oh, 6602. We can pop, like, barely any runes. Runes should do it. I always mix up runes and ruins because I'll be like standing. Here we are standing in ruins while I pop my runes. Alright. Now we'll level up. We're getting strength to 20 in preparation for being able to use the golden halberd, which we're going to get off the tree sentinel. Alright, so from here... there is a spirit spring as soon as I find it. Yeah, right there. You only have to get kind of close. See how it was nice, kind to me. All right, so now it's a boss to fight here. We're gonna pop our flask. No, it doesn't do much. This guy here. Such short range on this thing. Ooh, look at that. He'll try to suck you in. Okay. Like that. Oh no. He's gonna get us. Oh, that was unfortunate. You can see that square off just does work here. I actually like that I killed him a little slower so you could see all his moves. That gets you Ash of War Gravitas. So you can put that on a weapon, mages. If you're just wanting a weapon, it'll scale with Int until we get a better one for you. Like you could throw that on a sword or whatever. Because that is an Int-based thing. Now we're going to go over here. Just to show where we are on the map. This is back to the Cave of Knowledge. This was on a ledge this whole time overlooking the cave. You can see it down there, the original cave where we woke up. That gets us the Haligdrake Talisman, which boosts holy damage negation. So you're going to get these talismans that boost negation to different kinds of things. And then in addition, we're going to have faith spells that do the same. So you can use those on a fight if you need to. Alright, so now we're going to go back to Seaside. Alright. Gonna head north. And the Dragon Burnt ruins are here. And we can bring out our wolves. You know, I actually want to switch. Hang on. I want to switch to the skeletons to show those off. The skeletons are cool because they're undead. If they die and they don't get hit again, they'll actually get back up. And that makes them really neat. Mosquito eyeing us. Alright. So there's a bit here. There's a lot of dogs. Dogs can be very annoying in this game. You can see there's a rat in there. Oh! I was gonna hit the rat, but I think it's the Stonesword key. Yeah. You can hear them going, Agil, Agil. So it's like the cultists that worship the dragon. Now if we go down here, this is an actual trap. Be careful not to get overwhelmed in here. Like your skeletons will help you. We're not going to do this just yet. I want to show this. This is a trap that will take us to a cave in Kale, which we're going to trigger here in just a second. But there's an item to get here first. There's a section of these ruins that can only be reached. See that building there? You have to jump on Torrent to get inside. Show where I am on the map for that. See the Twinblade. And I'm gonna double check my notes real quick before triggering the trap that we got everything. Yeah. Alright. They're going again. Alright. So this trap is going to put us in a cave. And send us off to Kaled. Now from here, there are these guys that are going to have an ability that can basically just wreck you. So what you want to do is just sneak, sneak, sneak. If you sneak, you won't get caught. They actually won't even hit you. This is the Sellia crystal tunnel. Go ahead and get this. And this will be a good place to stop. In the next episode, we're going to go out into the Kaled Swamp and get a great staff and spell for mages. Give you a good starter staff and weapon and spell. So until next time. Let's see if we can level up. Nope. Oh yeah, we just did. Okay. Alright, see you next episode.